Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel 3Dash. Guys, in this video I'm going to explain you how you can model this plier inside Autodesk Fusion 360. So if you are new to Fusion 360, I will highly recommend you to watch this complete video, because in this video I'm going to explain you a step-by-step process to create such kind of models. Also, if you are new to my channel, I will also request you to go and check out my other videos as well, because I am creating lots of contents like this that will help you in gaining your experience inside Autodesk Fusion 360. So without wasting much time, let's dive into Fusion 360 and start modeling. Okay, so now we are into Fusion 360, and the first thing we are going to do is we'll save our file. So to save our file, I will just open the data panel from here, and what I will do, I will go into the right project folder. So this is my right project, and inside this I'm going to save my file. So I will just click on the save icon here. Also, I can go on to this file menu and click on this save from here. Also, I can use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl plus S to save my file. So I will click on the save here, and then I will provide the name of my file. I will just write the name, and here you can see this is the correct location. So I will just click on the save here, and here you can see the moment I had clicked, the file got saved and it has been visible now inside the data panel. So the work of this data panel is over now. I can just close it from here, and from now onwards, so whatever the work we are doing, it will keep saving on that particular location. So anytime if you want to access that file, you can just go into that project folder and you will be able to access that file. So here you can see the next thing that we have to make confirm that the units are correct. So here you can see inside the document setting our units are millimeters, so it is correct now. And the last thing, that our design history is turned on. So this data panel, this bottom panel here, it shows that the design history is turned on. So we are now ready to start modeling our plier. So now we are going to insert the canvas, that is, I mean, the JPEG format of the image, reference image. So that we can do by going onto this insert panel over here and click on the canvas here, and then I had to click on the insert from my computer since I had saved my image on my desktop. So here you can see the window will open where I had to navigate to my file. So since my file is on desktop, so I will go into the desktop and I will go down to locate to my file. So here is our file, reference image file that I'm going to use, and this is in JPEG format. So I will just click on open after selecting the file. Then I had to select the plane on which I want to project this file. I want to keep this file, so I want on this plane, on the top plane. So I had selected the top plane, and here you can see the preview. If I go on to the top view from this view cube, here you can see, so this is my orientation. So I want this to be rotated by 90 degree towards this direction, so I will just rotate it by 90 degree. So here you can see it's minus 90 degree rotated, and we'll press OK to accept the result. Also, we can change the opacity, I mean the transparency of our canvas image. So for now I will just keep it as 72. I think this is fine, and we'll press OK. So here you can see this is the image we got. We had inserted our reference image into Fusion 360 as a canvas, but the only thing that we had to do here is we had to calibrate this canvas. And when I say calibrate, I mean adjusting it to the right scale or the right size. So that we can do, just go into the canvas folder here, expand it, and then you will find your canvas inside canvas folder, and make a right click over that and click on the calibrate. And here you can see the cursor has changed. Now we are ready to calibrate. So you have to click 2 points. So I will select one point and the other point, and the distance between them I want to keep as 200. So this is all approximate. So I will just press enter to accept. Here you can see the image has been resized to the right scale now. So we had inserted our canvas. So this is how you can insert any canvas image into Fusion 360. So now we'll move on to our next step on creating our first sketch. So for now I will turn on my origin. We'll compress this folder from here. So here you can see my origin is visible, and also all my planes are visible. So the next thing that we have to click on this create a sketch tool from here, and we'll select the plane. I want to keep this top plane as a sketch plane. So here you can see the sketch plane is active. Also all the sketch tools are active. So for now I will just turn off the origin. I will not turn off the origin, I will just keep it turned on, no problem. So here you can see these are my sketch environment. So I'm going to create a sketch for now. So since this is going to be take a little bit longer to create all these sketches, so I will do it little faster. So you just follow the sketch dimension and everything, you will able to create the same similar sketch. So here you can see we had just completed the sketch, and this is the basic sketch we had completed. And if I turn on my canvas, here you can see I just traced down the profile of our Plyer image. So this is an approximation, so I will just turn off the canvas image for now. And so here we got our sketch. So if you want to replicate this sketch, since it has taken little time, so that's why I had made this faster. And I had here is a trick, one thing that I had created here. So here you can see this line. This line has just created to separate all the profiles, so that I will be able to get all these profiles as a separate profile. That's why I had created this particular line to divide the profiles. So now I will click on the finish sketch from here now, and will activate my extrude tool, and will select the first profile that I want to extrude, and then I will orbit it a little bit to see the 3D view of it, so I will able to get a better view. And now I am going to make it symmetric here. I want this profile to be extruded in both the direction, so I will just select symmetric from here, and the distance I just want to make it 8 mm. So I will just provide 8 mm here. Here you can see I am just extruding the profile in both the direction. So the total width will be 16 mm now. So I will just press OK to accept the result. So this is the first profile that we had extruded, and now I will turn on my sketch on. Here you can see at the moment you had extruded your first profile, you were able to see that the sketch was not visible after that. So you have to go on to the sketch folder here, and you have to turn on your sketch back again. So here you can see, and all the steps that we are taking, either it's taking the canvas inside a Fusion 360, or getting your first sketch, or extruding your first profile, all of these are getting recorded below here inside the design history. So if at any moment of time, if you want to make any change to your design or drawing, you can just come over here and make a right click, and you will be able to edit your features or the profile or the sketch. So here you can see. So this is how Fusion works. It's pretty easy. So now we'll move on to our next profile, extruding our next profile. So again we'll go activate our extrude profile, and we'll select the profiles, and again we'll repeat the same process. This time also I want to make 8 mm, and I will make sure that it is symmetric, and I will make sure that the operation is not selected as join. It must be selected as a new body, since I want all the profiles as separate bodies. So here you can see. So there is a reason I am creating all this profile as a separate body, that I will explain you later. So for now, just keep doing like this. Okay, so here you can see now again I will activate my extrude profile from here. Then I will select the profiles that I want to extrude, and this time again I will make sure that I am doing this in both the directions, symmetric, and the distance I want to keep it as 8 mm. And here you can see, and again I have to make sure that the operation is new body here, and we'll press OK. So, and we'll turn off the sketch for now to see how is our result. So here you can see this is the basic shape of the Plyer we got, and this somehow started looking like a Plyer, but still there are lots of work needs to be done. So just be patient, because this is a complete modeling process, so I don't want to skip any of the steps. So that's why this video will be little bit larger than my other videos. So keep patience, keep watching, and I will also recommend you to side by side you start doing the things, so you will able to get the things better. So at any point of time you're stucking at modeling this Plyer, you can just comment below in the video, and I'm always here to answer you with any of your queries. Still, if you want to interact with me, you can just join our Discord server, and from there I'm able to resolve any of your queries at any point of time. So we'll move forward now. So now we are going to use another tool, that is called split tool. We are going to split these two bodies, I mean this body and this circular body. So for that we will go on to this modify panel here, and here you will be able to find the split body tool. Here you can see I will just activate this split body tool, and here you can see the tool is active now. Now I have to select the body that I want to split. So this is the body that I want to split, so I had selected that. Then the splitting tool. So the splitting tool here, I'm going to select this plane as a splitting plane tool. Here you can see this plane. So I just selected that plane, and across that plane it is giving me a preview of the splitted body. So it will get splitted in the two half, the upper half and the lower half. I will just press OK to accept the results. So here you can see this got splitted into two bodies. If I expand the bodies folder from here, I am able to show you better. Here you can see these are the two splitted body 1 and body 5. So now I am going to split this body 1 and body 5 in more parts. So this we can do again by repeating the same tool from here, split body tool, and then we'll select the body to split, then we'll select the splitting tool. So this time I will repeat the process. Split body, I will select both the bodies that I want to split, then I will select the splitting tool as this vertical plane this time. So these two body will get divided into 4 different bodies. So here you can see it get divided into 4 different bodies. So all of them are 4 different bodies now. Now I will just turn off all the bodies to get a better view. Here you can see, and now I'm going to divide this particular body as a different body, this circular body. So I just want to divide it in 2 parts, I mean the upper half and the lower half. So we'll repeat the same process. We'll activate our split body tool, and then we'll select the body, then we'll select the plane across which I want to split the body. So this is the plane, so you have to be very careful while selecting the plane, split plane. So here you can see I'm getting the preview, and once I am happy with the result, happy with the preview, I can just press OK to accept the results. And here you can see it got divided into 2 parts again, and I mean this body and then this body. Yeah, so this is what we got so far. So we'll move on to our next step now. We'll just turn back on all our bodies. So to get the plier shape, we had to start combining few of the bodies together, so that we can do now. So for that I just have to activate my combine tool from here. So I had activated my combine tool, then I have to select my target body and the tool bodies that I want to combine. So I will just keep selecting the first, this is the target body, then I will select the tool bodies. So I want to combine this upper half of this profile, and then these two portion. Here you can see. So if you can see your plier, it will be something like this. You will able to get the what I am trying to do. So this is how we had combined the things, and we'll press OK. Since the operation is join, I want to combine these things, so I will press OK to accept the result. Now what I will do, I will just turn off that particular body, and I will combine the other 4 bodies. So again I will activate my combine tool, will select the bodies. Here you can see, and I had got it combined. So now we do have only 2 bodies, but the reason for a split was only to so we'll able to combine the right portion of the bodies. So here you can see we had combined 2 different bodies. So if you want to get a better view, what you can do is just go on to the modify panel here, then go on to the appearances here, and then apply some different color on both the bodies. So in that case you will able to see in a better manner. So I will just apply some other color. I mean let's say apply blue on some body. So I will just select the plastic glossy on one body, and let's apply yellow on some other body. Here you can see. So now the things are more visible and clear to us now. So how we had combined the bodies and how we had split the body to get the desired shape of the plier. So we'll able to apply the mechanism of by applying movement kind of thing here. So here is the thing. So for now we'll move on to our next step. So our next step is to apply some clearance over here. Since here you can see there is no space or no gap between the faces, so this we can do using the press pull tool. So I will just activate the press pull tool, and first I will select the one body. I will turn off the one body, and then I will select the faces that I want to press pull. So these are the 2 faces that I want to press pull towards backward. So I will just press -1 millimeter towards backward, or I think -1 is much bigger, so I will just make -0.4 and will accept the result. And I will just turn off the other side of the body and will repeat the same process. We'll go on to the other side of the body. We'll activate the press pull tool, then we'll select the faces by pressing shift on my keyboard, and then I will select -0.4, and here you can see the faces are moving towards backward by -0.4 millimeter, and I will accept the results to press OK. And now if I turn off both the bodies, here you can see we'll able to see the clearance. So this is for the free movement of our plier. We don't want this to be very tight fit because in reality there is a small gap here, since it's all metal part and it's not very accurate, not very precise, so there must be a gap already provided here. So now we'll move on to our next step. So our next step is to again split these 2 bodies, I mean the yellow body and the blue body, in more number of parts. So this we can do. I had to turn on my sketch for now. So here you can see I had told you about this line that I had created. So by using this line we are going to separate this yellow and blue bodies into more number of parts, and the reason I will tell you later. So just activate the split body tool from here. Here you can see I had activated the split body tool. Then I will select the body to split, then I have to select the splitting tool. So this time this line is a splitting tool, and we'll press OK to accept the result. And here you can see this particular body has been separated from this yellow body, and we'll repeat the same process for the blue body as well. So we'll activate the split body tool, then we'll select the body to split, then we'll select the profile along which I want to make a split, and we'll press OK. And here you can see this is also got separated. Now I will turn off my sketch from here, and here you can see these are all the separate body now. So the reason I had separated this body because I want to apply fillets. I don't want these corners to be very sharp. I want this to be smooth, rounded kind of shape. That's why I had splitted it from here. So that we are going to do now. So now just activate the fillet tool from here, or you can activate it from here. Here you can see the preview of this fillet tool. Just activate the tool, then select the profiles that you want to apply fillets. So these are all the profiles that I want to apply fillets, all the sharp edges of the handle. So I will just select all the sharp edges of both the handles. Here you can see. I'm not pretty sure that it is going to work because I am selecting both the bodies. I'm trying to select both the bodies in a single run. But let's try. If it will not work, then we'll try put the body separately. So here you can see I had selected all the edges. Now I will give it a fillet radius of 4 mm, and here you can see we are getting the preview. It's accepting. So I will just press OK to accept the result. I am pretty happy with the results, and here you can see this is what we got. Now I have to apply few more chamfers over the corners, so that we can do by activating our chamfer tool. So again we'll go on to the modified panel here, then we'll activate our chamfer tool, and then we'll select the edges along which I want to apply the chamfer. So these are all the edges where I want to apply the chamfer. So I will just select all the 8 edges, 4 for each handle, and these are all the edges that I want to apply chamfer. Then I will give it a chamfer distance. So this time I want to keep it a chamfer distance of 1 mm. So here you can see this is what we are getting, the preview of chamfer of 1 mm, and we'll press OK to accept the result. So this is what we got. And now we had, since here you can see, since we had applied the chamfer over here, and it is running over to the whole edge of the body, and so we'll try to apply chamfer on the other part as well. So that we can do, just activate the chamfer tool again from here, and here you can see, and I will just try to select the other part of the body to apply the chamfer on those areas as well. Here you can see I am just selecting all the edges carefully, and we'll try to apply a chamfer of 1. And here you can see we are getting the preview, the chamfer is working. And here I'm going to add few more chamfers here. So I will just activate the plus tool, and I will select these edges as well to apply the chamfer. So I had selected all the 4 edges, and this one also I'm going to apply a chamfer of 1 mm, and we'll see. I think I have to increase it a little bit, maybe 1.5 or 1.6 will work, and we'll try to see the results. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results, so I will just press OK to accept the results. So here you can see we had applied all the chamfers on the required edges. Now the next thing is that since we had separated the body, now again we have to combine those bodies. So what we can do, I can activate the combine tool from here, then I will select the bodies that I want to combine. So these are the bodies that I want to combine, and the operation must be selected here as a join. So I will press OK to accept the results. So here you can see, and again I will activate the combine tool, then again I will select both the bodies that I want to combine, and will press OK to accept the result. There you can see now we have only 2 bodies since we had combined all the separate bodies. So I will just turn off the origin for now to get to see a better view. So here you can see we had almost got the plier shape. So the only few things left here is that we had to work on the teeth here, teeth for the plier. Then maybe we need to provide some kind of pattern here, some kind of grooves, so it will look more better. Also we had to design a plastic cover for the handle. So these are the things left that we'll start doing the next. Okay, so to create a pattern over here, what we are going to do is we'll activate our sketch tool from here, then we'll select this plane as a sketch plane, and here you can see the plane got active. So now we are going to turn on our sketch because we are going to use this particular circle inside our current sketch 2. So to bring that particular circle to our current sketch, we'll go on to the create panel here, and then we'll go on to the project tool. I will activate the project tool from here. Then I will select that particular circle I want to project into current sketch. So I will press OK to accept the result. Now I will turn off the sketch 1. So here you can see the sketch 2, I had projected a profile from sketch 1 inside sketch 2. If I turn off the bodies, you will be able to see better. So this is the circle. Now I'm going to do is I will just use my line tools to separate this particular circle in 4 different parts. So for that, what I will do, I will just create a construction line here, and then I will select create a line at 45-degree angle. Here you can see I will make sure that this is passing through the origin, so I will apply the coincident constraint and will repeat the process on the other side as well, or there is no need to repeat the process. I will just first dimension this line with a particular angle, so I want to keep it as 45-degree angle, so I will select the line again. Then we'll activate our mirror tool to mirror this line on the other side. I will select mirror line as this construction line, and then we'll press OK to accept the result. So here you can see we got preview of the profiles that we had created. Now I will click on the finish sketch for now, and we'll turn on our bodies back again. So here you can see this is the preview we are getting. So now we'll activate our extrude tool from here. Then what I'm going to do is there is one more thing left, so in our sketch, so we can add it by just going on to the design history over here at the bottom. Here you can see I can just go on to this last sketch, click, I will make a right click over that, and we'll click on the edit sketch, and here you can see we are back into sketch again, and I am just going to create one more circle over here. So this circle is 10 millimeters in diameter, so I will just define the diameter as 10 millimeter, and we'll press enter to accept the result, and then we'll click on the finish sketch. So here you can see the sketch got updated. Now again I will orbit it a little bit to see the better view, and then I will activate my extrude tool from here, and then I will turn off the body to select the profiles. So these are all the profiles that I want to use for now. So these are the 2 profiles I want to use for now, so I had selected those 2 profiles. Then I will turn on my bodies for now, and here you can see here is a trick that since when I'm started extruding, what I have to do is instead of a start plane as a profile plane, I'm going to select it as an object, and inside the object I will select this top plane as an object. Here you can see it got selected, and now instead of going towards top, I just want to go towards bottom. So here you can see it is just starting from that particular object. So I just make sure that I'm making a -1 millimeter of cut towards bottom, and since it is making a cut, so automatically Fusion is detecting that the operation is cut operation. So I will press OK to accept the result. Here you can see this is what we got, a pattern something like this. So even you can try some different patterns as well at this particular point. It's completely your choice. So I will repeat the process one more time so that it will be I am able to make this similar pattern on the other side as well. So for that I will again activate my turn on my sketch 2, and then I will again activate my extrude profile. Then we'll turn off the bodies, then we'll select the profiles. So instead of selecting these 2 profiles, I'm going to select these 2 profiles this time, and then I will turn on my bodies back again, and instead of starting as a profile plane, I just want to make it as an object. So I had selected the object, then I will select this face as an object, and instead of going towards bottom, I want to make a cut, so I will drag it little towards upward, and then I will provide the dimensions. So this one I want to keep 1 millimeter. So it is fine now, so I will just press OK to accept the result. And now what I can do, I can just turn off the sketch to get a better view. Here you can see this is what we got. So now our next step is to create a plastic cover for this particular handle. So this is very easy part of this particular profile, this particular design process. So that we can do simply by the first thing that we had to create is we had to split this particular face as 2 different face. We just want this particular face to be splitted from this point. So that we can do by activating our split face tool instead of split body. I just want the face to be split, so I will activate this split face tool, and here you can see the tool is active. So I will just select all the faces that I want to split. So these are all the faces that I want to split. I had selected all the 4 faces that I want to split, and then I had to select the splitting tool. So here splitting tool definitely will be that particular sketch, that line that we had added on this this design process. So I will just select that particular line to use as a split tool. So here you can see it is giving me a preview, and we'll press OK to accept the result. And now if I turn off the sketch, so here you can see this particular face has been divided into two different parts. So this time it is not two different bodies, we have just splitted the face to use some different kind of appearance or some other surfacing process. So that's why we did that. So the next step is to go on to the surface tool from here. So here inside the surface tool, you will able to find inside the create option there is a tool called offset tool. So just activate the offset tool, then select all the faces. So instead of chain selection here, I'm going to manually select all the faces. So here you can see I'm selecting all the faces of this particular handle. So I will just select on one side. Then what I'm going to do is, when I am done with the operation, I'm just going to mirror that particular face on the other side of the handle as well. So I will just select it by orbiting on a different orientation. So here you can see I had selected all the faces. Now I'm going to offset it by a particular distance. So this time I just want it to be offset by 0.25 millimeters. So if I just zoom in on or go on to the view here like this, so here you can see it is giving me a preview. So it is just offset by 0.25 millimeter from the main body. So instead of 0.25, I can just make it 0.2 millimeter, and I think that will be fine for me. So I will just accept the result and will press OK. So here you can see the face, we have just created an offset face over our body. Here you can see. So you will able to see this particular face in more detailed manner if I activate my section analysis tool from here. Here you can see, and if I go show you the section of this body, then you will able to see the result. So what we did, so here you can see there is an offset face created from this body by 0.2 millimeter. So this is what we had created. So our next thing is that since it's a surface body for now, since this body 11 is a surface body for now, so we had to convert that body with a particular thickness as a solid body. So that we can do by going to the create panel over here. Then you will able to find the thicken tool. So just activate the thicken tool, then we'll select the face that you want to thicken, and then you just have to provide the thickness. So I want to give it a thickness of 0.4 millimeter. I think 0.4 will work better for our model. So here you can see the preview. This is getting thickened by 0.4, or maybe a little bit more. I think 0.6 will be better. So 0.6 is, I think it's good. So I will just press OK to accept the result. So here you can see this is what we got, a different cover for our handle, and it is looking very nice, very pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is, now I will just select the body tool, and I will go on to the create panel. I will go on to the solid tool from here, then we'll go on to the create panel, and we'll mirror this particular body on the other side as well. So for that, I'm going to select the mirror plane as this plane of our origin. So here you can see it is giving me a preview on the other side, and we'll press OK to accept the result. So here you got the cover for the handle. So now I'm going to apply some different color on the cover for this handles. So we'll just go on to the appearance tool from here, and here you can see I will just activate my inside the appearance tool. I'm going to use the red plastic. So I will just search for the red in the library, and here you will get the red plastic here. So this is called the plastic translucent matte red color. So I will just drag it on our InDesign to be used place here. Then I will just drag it on our bodies to apply that particular pattern, that particular color to our bodies. So here you can see this is what we got. This is looking very nice. And still, if you want this to be little bit towards backward, so it is not touching this particular body, so this we can do simply by activating our press pull tool. And just activate the press pull tool, then select the faces that you want to press pull, and just give it a distance. I just want it to be minus 0.5 millimeter towards backward, and we'll press OK. So we'll get a little bit of clearance here. So here you can see we got a small amount of clearance here, so that will make it look more realistic kind of thing. So in reality there is nothing 100% perfect. So this is what we are trying to achieve here now. So here you can see the result. So the next thing here is to create teeth on these two plier sides. So for that, what we can do, we can just start by creating a sketch. So we'll go on to the home view here, and we'll go on to the top view. Here you can see, and we'll activate our sketch tool from here. Then we'll go on to the top plane to create a sketch. So here you can see the sketch plane is active now. So now I will start creating the sketch to create teeth by using the extrude cut operation. So let's start creating the sketch. So here you can see we had just completed our sketch, so I can just click on the finish sketch from here. So if you want to copy the sketch, you can just check out the details here. I think every dimension is visible to you now. So I can just click on the finish sketch from here, and I will turn on my bodies. Here you can see this is my body, and if I orbit it a little bit just by pressing shift and from my middle mouse button, I am able to orbit this body. Here you can see if I turn on my sketch that we had created. So this is my sketch. To select the profiles of my sketch, I have to turn off my bodies. Then I will activate my extrude tool from here. Then I will start selecting all the profile. I have to select all the profile one by one because these are the profiles that I want to subtract it from my body to make a teeth. So I will just select all the profiles very carefully because these profiles are very detailed and very small. I will go to the top view to see more better and more clear, and I will just zoom in a little bit, and I will make sure that I'm not missing any of the smaller profiles. So I will just select all the profiles carefully. So here you can see I'm just selecting all the profiles. So these are all the profiles that I want to make cut from my body. So I had just selected that, and so I will orbit it a little bit just by pressing shift and from my middle mouse button, and I will just turn on my body also because now we are going to make a cut. And here direction I want to keep symmetric, so I had changed it to symmetric, and I will drag it like this to make a cut. Here you can see. Here you can see the result. It is cutting through the body, and since I'm happy with the results, I can accept it by pressing OK here, and here you can see I am able to make a cut. So this is the result we got. Now again I will turn on my sketch 3, and now I will subtract this particular profile that I had left. So again I will activate my extrude tool and will turn off the body to select that particular profile. So this is the profile, and I will just select all the portions of this particular profile. Here you can see, and now I will turn on my body. So this time here is the trick that we are not going to make a symmetric cut on this particular feature. We'll select here as direction as 2 sides, and on the one sides, that is on the top sides, I want to make a cut of up to 8 millimeter. Sorry, in this side I want to make a cut of up to 7 millimeter, whereas on the other side I want to make a cut of 8 millimeter. So you can see, since the thickness was 8 millimeter on both sides, so on one side it is making a through cut, whereas on the other side it is giving me a material of 1 millimeter. So you can see, and if I press OK to accept the result, and I will able to show you the result how it is looking now. If I turn off the sketch from here you can see this is the result we got. So it's looking very good now. So the next thing is that we had to apply a chamfer on this position. So to apply the chamfer on this area, what we can do, we can just expand our body folder from here, and I will activate my chamfer tool inside this modify panel. This is my chamfer tool, so I will activate the chamfer tool, and I will select the edges along which I want to apply the chamfer. So first I will turn off one body, then I will select the edge, then again I will turn off this body and will turn on the other body and will select the edge. Since both the edges are on the same line, and so to make sure that I had selected both the edges, both two edges, I had turned off one body while selecting the edges. So here you can see this is my two edges that I had selected on this area. So what I'm going to do is, here instead of making a chamfer of equal distance, I am going to make a chamfer of 2 distance. And here you can see right now I have to provide the distance of this vertical distance. So from the arrow itself you can understand that what distance we're going to provide. So this one I want to make 0.8 millimeter, 0.85. So 0.85 is other direction it is taking, and the other one I want to keep as 1.2 millimeter. Let's see how it is coming. Okay, so it is looking very nice now, since the total thickness is 1 millimeter of this particular area, and so I had made a varying kind of chamfer with 2 different distance here. Here you can see. So this is our final result. Since I'm happy with the result, I will just press OK to accept the result. So here you can see this is a kind of teeth, kind of knife that will act as a area where you will able to cut your wires or something, and these are all your teeth. So since the teeth are very sharp, here you can see edges are very sharp, so we had to apply fillets on all these edges. So there is a shortcut to select all these edges in one simple drag click. So how we can do that? So just go on to the select panel over here, and inside the selection filter you have to deselect all the features here, and you only have to select this body edges features. So here you can see I had activated this particular feature only. And now if I drag it like this, see, now if I drag it like this, I'm able to select the edges only. Here you can see I'm able to select the edges only. If I rotate it a little bit, here you can see I am able to select the edges only because I had changed the selection filter. And now if I activate my fillet tool from here, after selecting all the edges, and if I apply a fillet of 0.1 millimeter, here you can see it will give me a preview of the result. It will just take few seconds. So here you can see we are getting a preview of the result. And here you have to make sure that on the corner type you have to select the set back, so this will give you a more better result. So here you can see this is our result we got, but still there are few edges that needs to be fillets to be applied. So I think for now it is okay because we had covered most of the dates. So if you are feeling that the gap is more here, so what you can do, you can decrease the fillet radius here. So I can just write 0.05 to decrease the thickness a little bit lesser, so like this. Here you can see, and once I'm happy with the result, I can just press OK to accept the result. So this is my plier I had made. So this gap is very small, so you don't have to worry about that, since we are looking from very close angle. That's why we are able to figure out that the gaps are higher. So we can adjust these gaps based on our sketches. So whatever the features or the dimensions we are selecting for these teeth, we can adjust this gap based on that. So this we can do. So this is our final result. This is not the final result, I mean, so this is the result of our plier till now. So our next step is to create few more things, like we want to create a pin over here on the center, around which all the parts will get assembled. So to create that particular pin, what we are going to do is we'll go into the top view here, and then again we are going to activate our sketch tool from here, and then we'll select this top plane as a sketch plane, and we'll create a circle over here. So I will activate my circle tool from here, then we'll come on to the center here, we'll create a circle like this. So let's say we want to create a pin of 5 millimeter of diameter. So I will first define this circle by a diameter of 5. Here you can see. And the next thing what I will do, I will just make sure that this circle and this one is concentric. So I had applied the concentric constant between them, and click on the finish a sketch, and then we'll orbit it a little bit, then we'll turn off the bodies, then we'll activate our extrude tool, we'll select that particular profile, we'll make sure that it is symmetric, and we'll select that particular profile, we'll turn on the body again, and here you can see if I drag it like this towards both the direction, I'm able to make a cut. So this one I want to make a cut this time, so I will just press OK to accept the result. And what I will do, I will again turn on my sketch, and again I will activate my extrude tool, and this time I want this as a body. So I will make symmetric again with a similar profile. I will make a new body here. So here you can see. So instead of join, I will make sure that it is creating a new body, and the distance is 8 millimeter on both sides. And here you can see this is the new body that will act as a pin for our complete plier. Here you can see we had just created this plier. So this is our final result that we had created. That includes 5 bodies, I think. So 2 for the plier body, 1 for the pin, and 2 for the handles. So total 5 bodies we got, 1 2 3 4 5. Here you can see, and we are able to make this plier. So this is our final result, and the only thing left is that we had to apply the joint features between all the bodies. So before applying the joint features in all the bodies, the first thing we had to do is we had to rename the bodies based on the part it is, and then we have to convert those bodies to a component. So this we are going to do now. So for that we'll start identifying the bodies. So the first body, this is, if you hover over to the body and if you click on the body, you will able to get the highlight on your this one on your feature. So this we can do. Here you can see this, if I select this particular body, so this is body 3. So let's see from the top view. So this is body 3. So the body 3 is actually the plier left part. So I will just write plier left, and the other one is this one. So this is plier right. So you just have to identify which one is which, and you need to give it a name, so you will able to identify the things better. And this one is pin, definitely. So this body 14 is the pin. So I will just write it simple pin. Then we got this cover for handle. So I think this one is right cover, and this one is left cover. So I had identified all the bodies and already provided the name to everyone. So what I'm going to do now is I will just select all the bodies by pressing shift on my keyboard. Here you can see, or pressing control on your keyboard, you can just select all the bodies one by one. Here you can see I had selected all the 5 bodies, and just make a right click and click on the create component from bodies. So here you can see all the bodies have been converted to components here. So these are all the components. So the reason why I had converted all the bodies to component is because if you want to make an assembly, you cannot make assembly between body to body. There need to be components only. So that's why I had converted everything to components. So the next thing is that we are going to fix this particular pin at this particular position. So to begin assembly, we had to ground any of the component among these 5. So this is the pin component that I'm going to ground. So I will just make a right click on the pin, and here you can see the ground. I will just select and activate it. Here you can see the pin has been ground. This small pin symbol here, it shows that the pin has been grounded. This means you will not be able to drag or move your pin just by simply dragging your component, whereas the other components are free to move. If I select any particular component and drag it like this inside the space, I am able to drag. Here you can see. So you will able to drag. So all of them are free other than this pin component, because we had grounded this particular component. So I will just click on here to revert the position. So here you can see. Now I will start assembling the other components. So the first joint that I want to apply between this left or the right with the pin, so that we can do by just going to the assembly and activate your joint tool, and then it will ask you to select the component. So before starting, what I want to do is I will just press cancel on my keyboard, and I will turn off few of the components. I will just only turn on only those components that I want to assemble. So these are the 2 components that I want to assemble first. So what I can do, I can just select those components, and I just selected those 2 particular components and will activate the joint tool, and here you can see. Then I will select the joint point. So let's say I want to match. I will just my joint tool is active, and if I hover over to the body, it is giving me all the points that I can use to make a joint. So I will select this particular point for this particular body. So here you can see. Then I have to specify the other point on the other body. So again the same point for the pin, this top point, and here you can see it got assembled. But if I go into the motion here, right now it is a rigid joint, so it will not be able to move. So if I change that to revolute, here you can see it is able to rotate around that particular pin. So I want this, so I will just make sure that this is correct and will press OK. So here you can see the first joint we had applied. The next we had to turn on the plier right, and again we had to repeat the same process. We'll activate our joint tool from here. Here you can see. Then we'll select the face of this center of the whole of this particular plier part, and then the top of this pin face. Here you can see, and we got the joint, and by default it is, since last we had used as a revolute joint, so again it is giving me the same joint. So I will just press OK to accept the result. And if I just try to rotate the things, here you can see I got the full freedom to rotate, but there are no limits defined, so even I will able to rotate at any particular angle. So at any point of time you just want to go to your default position, just click on the revert here, and it will go on to your default position. So here you can see. So now the next thing is that we need to apply some covers. So these are all the covers that we want to be rigidly fixed with both the sides, both the handles. So that we can do. So first I will turn on the cover. So this is the cover. So what I can do, I can just simply move this cover little bit away from here. So that we can do just by dragging my cover around the space. So here you can see. So before dragging this cover around the space, there is one problem that we are facing, that we are not able to select the components of the bodies correctly, and the reason is because we had changed the selection filter earlier. So we'll go on to the selection filter selection tool here. We'll go on to the selection filter, and we'll make sure that we had ticked everything. So now we'll able to select any of the bodies or the faces. Here you can see. And if I drag any of the body want to drag, I can drag it, just since these are not fixed, these are not defined with the joints. So we are able to move this particular body around the space at any position. So if you are not happy with the result, or if you want to bring it to the default position, just click on the revert here. Here you can see it's pretty easy. So now we'll apply the joint between these 2 parts. So for that, what we can do, we can activate our joint tool from here. Then I will select the center of this, the face of this particular body, and then I will select the center of face of this particular body. Here you can see, and it got joined. So I will make sure that the motion is not revolute, it must be rigid, and we'll come back to the position and we'll click on the flip. So here you can see, just by flipping we got the right position, and still there is a problem that both the faces are just touching to each other. So I will make sure that since the clearance was 0.6 millimeters, so I will move that particular distance by 0.6. So just I will input from my keyboard 0.6 or maybe minus 0.6, so it will move towards towards this direction. So here you can see this is our result now, and we'll press OK to accept the result, accept the position. Here you can see we had just fixed the handle with our one side, and we'll repeat the same process on the other side. We'll turn on the body, we'll drag it outside the space, and we'll activate our join tool from here, and we'll select the center of our face, and then we'll select the center of our cover, and here you can see, and we'll click on the flip over here to bring it on the right position, and we'll go into the bottom view like this, and then I will try to move it by 0.6 millimeter, minus 0.6 millimeter towards this direction, and we'll press OK to accept the result. And so here you can see this is all we got. We had applied all kind of joints and everything, and this is our final result. So if I try to move the components, here you can see I'm able to move the components. So my plier is working, so it's working very good now, and still our limit is not defined. So if you want to learn about limits, how we can define limits about these rotations, so you can just comment below in the video. So since I'm not going to cover that particular limit application procedure in this video, so if you want to learn that particular thing, you can just comment below in the video. I will make a separate video about that, and don't forget to also leave your comment that is the information in this video was helpful for you or not. If you are having any kind of issue or problem, you can just connect onto my Discord server or on the comment below in the video. I will try to help you. I will try to answer you with whatever the expertise I have. So guys, please subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel, or don't forget to press the like to this videos, because this is the only way you can support you can provide your support to me, and press the bell icon also if you are happy with my content. So whenever I am posting content, you will be the first to get notified. Thank you guys, thank you so much, thanks for watching.